right, so Mike?
All right. Yes, there we go. So, yeah, moving into book 2, some changes, additions to our staff. Book 1, Brian and I wrote the whole thing because we had some time to write it. Book 2 is a little different because we were still working on book 1 and starting production on book 2. So we brought back Josh Hamilton and Tim Hedrick, who were both writers on the original series.
Very funny guys.
Yeah, very funny. Josh wrote classics like The Cave of Two Lovers. Tim wrote ones like The Swamp, he wrote, and amongst many others. So we had a blast bringing them back and added a lot to the team.
Yeah. And I still have a lot to do with the scripts, but it's kind of back to like we were doing on Avatar, where I'm full-time art directing and doing co-executive producing stuff. We still have Joaquin Dos Santos, our brilliant co-exec. And as you can see on the slide again, we've got Lauren Montgomery, who helped out towards the end of book 1. She's now a supervising producer. She's an amazing director, and she was originally on Joaquin's storyboard team when he was a director on Avatar, but now she's back helping to supervise. And as always, Ki-hyun Ryu, also supervising producer. Ryu, somewhere in the audience.
Oh yeah, he was.
Stand up.
Yay!
So yeah, we just basically added Lauren to the team, and there's still too much work to do.
Always.
Slides. Oh, here we go.
Right, so Ryu and I, for this season, we're taking a step back from directing, and in our stead, we've got 2 amazing guys. Ian Graham, who goes way back to the original series, did storyboards.
I worked with him on Invader Zim.
Yeah! He's through and through Avatar material and Nickelodeon material, I guess.
Yeah.
And we've got Colin Heck, who is just an amazing artist, who you guys have known.
We worked with him years ago on Mission Hill.
When he was a little pup. Now his wife, Liz Kleiman, with a brilliant webcomic artist, they're about to have a baby. Like this.
That baby right there.
That might be happening right now.
So
we couldn't be more stoked to have 2 more awesome guys on the team. They're incredible.
And that leads us to what? Colin, one of our directors, directed this. Oh no, please don't go to the. You don't need to see what you can see us. Book 2, chapter 1, premiere. Yeah. People online that are like bitter and jealous and angry with you guys for getting to see this.
Yeah.
Because we waited, you didn't even get a release date. You're like, yeah, but did you guys wait outside all night in San Diego? Like,
Alright. Yeah, so we're just like, finally, I know you guys have been patiently waiting, not just today, but for many months, and believe me, we've been wanting to show you guys as much as you've been wanting to see it. So we're super psyched to be able to show you the whole premiere episode of book 2.
roll the tape.
Next episode.
It's like watching it for the first time again.
Let's do this every week.
Yeah.
What do you think?
So yeah, you just saw the great work from our voice acting team here, and I want to just chat with them for a few minutes and get them involved. And I know you guys, it's been a long journey. We had a long morning, a lot of interviews. It was fun. Just a couple questions. questions, throw at you. See what sticks.
Oh boy.
I on my Facebook page, I asked people to throw some questions because I had no idea what to ask you guys. So I picked a few that I thought were really interesting, and one was, what was your inspiration to become a voice actor or just an actor, and what was your first job as an actor?
Who's going?
Anyone?
Well, since I was 3 months old when I had my first.
Wow.
Literally, I played Lily Tomlin's daughter.
I did not know that.
In what?
A Lily Tomlin special.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was my first job. But voice acting, my dad always told me when I was a kid, he's like, you should get into voice work. Get into voice work. It's a great gig, And finally, I listened to him, and I was a big fan of like Scooby-Doo and all the cartoons when I was a kid, and it was always something I wanted to do, and finally was able to break in. And but this is my first big major cartoon video gig.
Right on.
Yeah.
How about you, Janet?
Yeah, I had done some little stuff, like even just in San Francisco, I had a friend who started this thing called Blue Mountain Readings, which was like the first kind of e-cards. And she's a wonderful artist and animator. Her name's Martha Sue Harris, and I've known her since I was in 5th grade. And so she started doing these animated greeting cards, and she asked me if I would do some voices. So I remember, when she asked me to do that, I was like, what? That sounds super fun. So it'd be like a cartoon? And so I definitely got a taste for it then. But yeah, I did another pilot for Nickelodeon, and then I got this. So this is definitely my biggest. I really hit the jackpot. For reals, it blows me away still. PJ?
Hi, thanks for coming. Great stuff. Great answer. This is actually my first voiceover job, and I never even told you I did. Yes, hello. Thank you. I love it. And a big hug out to all of you. It's a nice time. I never actually loved my voice growing up. When I was a teenager, I always played sports with my friends, like these big guys, and they always matured faster and they had deeper voices. So as a kid, I would actually change my voice to sound deeper and cooler. But the irony of what I'm doing now is playing this 16, 17-year-old guy with my voice who's incredibly powerful. So I thank you for letting me like my voice again. And like me, and like you guys. I love America. I love America. It really would come down to.
Well, along that note, what about your character do you feel like is either, part of who you are or that you relate to about your character the most? I know you were talking about this earlier today.
Yeah, that was a good answer, Janet.
Yeah,
Share that.
I was. I definitely relate to, I wish that I had a lot of Korra's strength. I wish that, listen, you don't see her cry as often as you see me cry, as I'm sitting here watching this episode crying on this panel, because it's so good. It's just so good. And that was the first time we saw it. We had not seen that. I'd seen bits and pieces of it, but we've not seen that fully.
I thought you were great. I thought you were really good.
Oh, thanks. I enjoy your work also.
I don't think it's one.
Yeah, I really, her stubbornness and the fact that she does, I think she has her heart in the right place, but that getting impatient and kind of needing, really not necessarily always knowing that you need someone else to kind of guide you or tell you what's best for you. You sometimes thinking, I know what's best for me, and then somebody that you respect and esteem in your life, like some of the characters on the show, educating you and kind of pointing out stuff that maybe you don't want to look at, but you should, and make changes accordingly. I don't know, that's kind of a deep answer, but it's true, right? Right.
I'm gonna answer for PJ and just say he is Bolin with a higher IQ.
Aww, thank you.
Confused by the ladies. Don't understand what they mean all the time. And a little shy, so yeah, that's me.
Sorry, I answered for you, PJ.
No, that was a terrific answer. That's exactly what I would have said.
It is interesting because I feel like a lot of the times, when we're listening to voices for casting and stuff, it's like, we hear a voice, we're like, oh, I think that'll fit the character, and then we meet the actor or actress, and we're like, wow, they're kind of that character. I guess it just comes through the voice.
We view it.
Seems like, yeah.
That's why I'm still scared of Grey Delisle.
Who is she?
She might be capable of just monumental evil. I have no idea.
And then I think we have time for one more more little
Yeah.
thing. So, what do you guys do? This could be on Korra or any of your other jobs. Like when you're not feeling it, when you get to the, you get to the booth or get on screen, and you're just like, man, today I just am not having a good day here. Is there anything you do to like shake it up or get in the right mindset or any tricks?
I'm always feeling it, my good day.
Well, that's good. Then.
Coffee.
This is gonna sound probably really cheesy, but nothing works better than like taking a step back and going, how lucky am I to be doing this? Like any part of what I get to do for a living is such a gift, and it didn't have to go this way. I don't think that it's like, I'm so amazing, this is why this happened. I just don't think that that's how it works. And so if I'm not feeling it, if I just kind of take a mental step back, I be the leaf, and go, wait a minute, like I get to do this. Someone wants me to do this. Like I don't even have to ask to do this. Someone's asking me to do it. Then it's really hard not to drop back in and be in the moment and really listen and lean on, the people that I'm lucky enough to work with too. It's like if you're not feeling it and then you look over and you got these two mugs staring at you, if you just pay attention for a second, like it's really hard not to enjoy being there.
It's also like, it's all about getting into the zone, right? And some days it's there, like you play basketball, you can shoot in the basket, and other days that you just can't get it in. And it's the same thing in acting. And the great thing about Brian and Mike and these guys and our great director, Andrea.
We love Andrea.
They give you the confidence to fail. So you don't have to worry about screwing up or, and sometimes they wrote great lines and they're able to give you a way to say a line, but they're just so confident and supportive that you can screw up and make mistakes. And I think having that in your brain gets you back into taking chances and saying a line a different way. Maybe that clicks something in your brain and you're making magic.
And to be honest with you, this is just the bottom line, with any gig, whether it be on camera or voiceover, but here on this gig, the writing these guys do such a great job with the scripts that it makes our job so easy.
Yeah.
It's a piece of cake because the writing's all there, so.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So great job.
Awesome.
Great job, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So you may have heard already, we got to announce another actor who joined the Avatar universe is Stephen Yeun. He goes through these slides, please. Yes, and so we're going to show you a little sneak peek of some of the Avatar wand stuff.
Man, probably season 2 of Avatar. And it was something that we thought, it'd be cool to do. We thought of different ways we might be able to get to this story. And one day, Mike just came into my office. He and the writers have been talking. He's like, man, we think we found a way to weave this in that is just completely organic to the story we're telling. And so we all got really excited. And one of the things we decided to do, since it's this flashback to 10,000 years earlier, was we wanted to show it kind of art directed in a way that showed a history to this Asian influenced world. And my remote is not working. So we changed up the art style and did these backgrounds and environments that are inspired by just ancient ink wash paintings and wood block prints, and changed up the whole kind of color palette and did much more of a stylized take on naturalism. And it was, as an art director, this was really fun. Josh Middleton helped out on some of the art direction for this stuff. And Studio Mir did a great job designing this stuff. And our painters, Frederick Stewart and Emily Tetri, did just these beautiful paintings. And it's kind of like with Jeremy Zuckerman, we just throw these challenges okay, scratch everything you've learned up to this point. Now we're doing ancient ink wash paintings, and but they came out so great. And for me, as an art director, it was really different because I'm so used to lighting. Everything I do is based on kind of cinematic lighting and that kind of painting, like oil painting. And this was much more of a kind of stylized world. But I just think these came out beautiful. And Studio Mir animated these 2 episodes. You can stop there if you're doing that. And man, they just knocked him out of the park. Mike and I were just grinning ear to ear for days when we got these back. So the character design style is very similar, much less lighting, but it was just really fun to delve into this kind of mythic history. So in the way it ties in is kind of about spirits and the balance between the physical world and the spirit world. And so here you see a person who has been altered by spirits, and it was so much fun designing all of these amazing spirits. These are the kind of like creature type spirits that we've seen in the past in Avatar. And then we also have the kind of like light spirits, that are a little more like ghostly. And Yvonne Freeman and Christy Sang and designers at Studio Mirror just did an awesome job on this stuff. A little tribute to Miyazaki's little poof balls there. I mean, everything we do is kind of a tribute to Miyazaki. But the character Mike mentioned is Wan, and he is the original Avatar, 10,000 years before Korra's time. And when we meet him, he's this little lovable scamp, and he meets his trusty steed. This is Mula, and Cat Deer, and we follow on through his life and through his journey, and his hairstyle changes, and I've fallen in love with this character. I really, really enjoy all this stuff. Sorry, Mike, I've been talking to you. Jump in here. And one more slide. We can do it. We can do it.
Yeah, I thought, well, we can talk about, in addition to the kind of like different art direction style, with the different directing style, we kind of...
Yeah, I mean, we're always trying to push the envelope with staging and stuff, but it was really a big challenge because in a way we had to pull back on all the stuff that we do to try to make shots dynamic. So we really had to focus a lot on our compositions, and again, like Brian was saying, the staging of all of this is almost based on these like old wood block prints. So it was a challenge. It was almost like we really had to just focus on complete composition and not really worry about, he's gonna start really close to camera and then get away from camera really fast in a dynamic way. None of that stuff really applied. So it was a huge challenge. And I will say, beyond just working on the show, when these guys pitched it to me, I was geeking out just as much as anyone in the room. I was freaking out. I was like, origin story, Avatar cycle, forget about it.
Awesome. So we can't wait for you guys to see that. We're going to show you guys what Joaquin and Mike and I picked out. And the artists' names are there. Most of them are Tumblr addresses, so I'm not going to
I'm always amazed when there's like characters who haven't even come out yet. People are doing fan art and costumes of them.
Go back one. I think we hit. Okay, this is a lovely one. I love the sense of light. Beautiful. There.
So good.
And little tip, if you're entering a Korra fan art contest, you draw a Naga, you're probably gonna win. So are you gonna get it? So there's a really cute one. Sorry, man, this thing is dying on me. Oh, happened again. Hey Eric, can you just flip through these? Yeah, thanks. Another Naga. See what I said? You draw a Naga, you get in there. Really cool piece. This one was awesome. We really dug it. This is one of our favorite.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love this one. I love the little spirit hand puppet.
And you can put the craters in to get his
This one is just killer.
Yeah.
I love it.
That creeped us out.
Yeah, it's super creepy. Very cool. This one's like super slick. It just looks like some other, we're like, oh, is that on TV? Can we watch that show?
Yeah.
It seems so fully realized. Pretty professional. Then we picked some personal favorites.
Gorgeous.
Mike picked this one.
Yeah, well, I know everyone likes Tano, so I thought,
Go back.
throw in a little Tano for you guys. And just the fact that he's hanging out with wolf bats, I thought,
Yeah, maybe he has the back of his flat. Sorry, next one.
Right, so I love the story of Mako and Bolin and the idea that Mako would protect him, but this specific ring of fire that he's created. I thought was beautiful. The little baby Bolin holding onto his leg so tightly.
It's a nice piece, but it looks like a K-pop video to me. Like I'm just start breakdancing.
That's okay too.
Yeah. And last one, not least, this was my favorite. I just thought it had a cool, like, otherworldly, like, spirit world vibe. And there's these like glowing boogers coming out of Oogie's nose. I want to know what spirit powers Oogie has. So that's cool.
Awesome.
All right, and then let's see if I can get this to work again. So right after here, we're gonna go do a signing. I'm sure if you were in line for this, chances are you did not get a ticket for the signing. It is a ticketed one, but hopefully we'll see you over there. We'd love to meet you guys. We're gonna be signing this, the vertical poster there. Ryu drew it, and Fred and I and Sylvia colored it. It's awesome. It's free. You should get it at the Nick booth this weekend. And then the horizontal piece is this beautiful thing that Lauren Montgomery. Is Lauren here?
Where's Lauren? Stand up, Lauren.
She's very shy. I think she waved. Lauren Montgomery drew this beautiful, whimsical thing with Korra and these light spirits in the spirit world, and it's on one of Fred Stewart's paintings, and Sylvia and I helped color it. That's a limited edition art print for sale at the booth. So hopefully we'll see you guys today at the signing. If not, we're doing a Dark Horse signing with Joaquin and Ryu and the artist from Guru Hiru and
Gene,
yeah,
the writer of the comics.
Yeah, so we hope you guys can make it over there. And then the awesome news is that the first Legend of Korra art book that Joaquin, Mike, and I wrote is that Dark Horse is putting out. They moved it up so it is available at Comic-Con now. So if you didn't know that and you want to get this book, you can get it, I think, definitely at the Dark Horse booth, maybe at the Nick booth, I'm not sure. But so we can sign these for you tomorrow. I think that one's ticketed as well. But come by, because usually the tickets.
Say hi.
Yeah, just come by. And then we're so proud. Seriously, we're not like trying to push stuff for you guys to buy. I don't really care about that. But we're just so proud that Jeremy's incredible music is finally being released to the fans. It's really vindicating. There were some knuckleheads that prevented this for years, getting his music out, and just didn't think anyone would want it and stuff. And
Knuckleheads in the music.
This thing climbed up. It just came out on Tuesday, and it was like the #1 soundtrack on Amazon. It was like number two on iTunes and soundtracks. It was like number 5 in pop music. I mean, and this is like, it's like Dixieland stuff with Chinese instruments. It's awesome. So, Ben Wynn, the sound designer from the track team, Jeremy Zuckerman, the composer of this score, and Mike and I are going to be there signing.
Yeah.
And so please come by tomorrow. That one's not ticketed, as far as I know. And so thank you so much. So guys, September. We honestly don't have a specific date. We would tell you if we wouldn't get fired for saying it. No, but honestly, we don't know. But it is definitely going to be in September. So thanks again, and we'll see you guys next week.